Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. So the Giants schedule is officially released. Obviously, it's not like the times and when these games are being played, but we know who the Giants are going to play, and they play the AFC North next year, and they also play the AFC West, the NFC West next year as well. And I'm struggling to find wins on the schedule, and we'll go through the entire schedule, who we play home and away. And the schedule is based on a bunch of things. It's the same thing every single year. You switch divisional opponents where you play one in each conference that has the same place finish in the division as you. So that's why first place schedules are harder. And then home and away is based on which record is better, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's how I understand it mostly. So this is based on the graphic that the Giants sent out. Obviously, I didn't do this on research. The Giants sent this out, and I'm struggling to find a lot of wins here. Obviously, the Giants had like a top 5 easiest schedule this year in the beginning of the season based on records from last year, and even this year based on where teams finished. Like we play teams like the Cardinals, the Jets, etc., the Dolphins, the Redskins twice. So we definitely had an easy schedule this year. The Redskins only had 3 wins, and we were 2 of those losses. Whatever. Anyway, so first of all, we play the Cardinals next year. We play them home again, which is interesting. This is going to be a rematch game. Daniel Jones versus Kyler Murray. Hopefully both of them are healthy. I think the Giants can win this game. This is a winnable game in my mind. I give the Giants like a 60% chance to win this game. It all depends on whether Kyler Murray, stays healthy, this offensive line, Larry Fitzgerald, and Arizona Cardinals defense. Next, we play the 49ers. I think this is a loss, but it's at home, so you do never really know. The Giants don't really have a huge home field advantage in general. But, we play the 49ers. They're still going to have Jimmy Garoppolo, that vaunted defense. They're only going to get better. They have a bunch of wide receiver targets, a bunch of running backs. They should blow us out in this game. I'm expecting to win. Then we play the Cleveland Browns. This is obviously not in order of what we're playing, but I'm just going to say it in order. We play the Cleveland Browns at home. This is going to be a huge game. Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield. I'm not sure if there are going to be any sour grapes. Does Baker Mayfield reinvent himself? The Cleveland Browns' new head coach. Do they bring back Odell? This is a winnable game, obviously. But do the Browns have Myles Garrett back? There are a bunch of questions in this game. It'll be Odell versus the Giants again. Maybe Olivier Vernon as well. Both teams are going to be... They're really going to want to win this game, depending, obviously, whether it's early in the year, late in the year. The Giants are obviously at home. What are the conditions of this game? Is it raining? There are a lot of things yet to be determined, but this is, I think, going to be a winnable game no matter when it's played. Next, obviously, at home, we play the Steelers because they're the AFC North opponent that we play. And... I think Ben Roethlisberger comes back. Obviously, we don't have Eli Manning anymore. This is a terrifying Pittsburgh Steelers defense. It's winnable. I probably give us a less than likely chance, but I think we lose this game. So I think that's 2-2. I'm not really going to try to pick wins, but the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, the Ben Roethlisberger is going to be looking to go be on his revenge tour. But it's at home. It's not in Pittsburgh, so it gives us a better chance to win at least. Next is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It feels like we play them every single year. Obviously, this year again at home. Do they keep Jameis Winston? I don't know. It depends who we have at coach. Do we have the coaching edge in this game? Obviously, it's hard to get a coaching edge against Bruce Arians, but this Tampa Bay defense is improving. You have standouts like Sean Bunting on this defense. Devin White has been playing better as of late. The defensive line. Do we improve this offensive line? This is definitely winnable. It's the Tampa Bay, so you never know. What James Winston's going to throw, a lot of picks or whatever. But I think that they would lose this game to Jameis because Jameis always seems to torch us. Even though he throws a lot of interceptions, doesn't really feel like we make a lot of plays against him. It seems like, him, Carson Wentz, they always seem to torch our defense. Next we play the Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins. We're inferior to the Eagles and Cowboys. We've seen that over the past couple of years. I think the Cowboys still are going to have a talented roster. Their cap problems aren't really going to have that much of an effect for them next year. It's more of like a long-term problem thing. I think we can beat the Redskins again, but again, they have Ron Rivera, so you never know. It always seems like we own the Redskins whenever we play them. I think looking at this, we're 3-5 at home next year, potentially. And then our away games, the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, he's just going to run on us all day. I don't think our defense is going to improve by that much. Then we play the Bengals, who are going to have Joe Burrow. So that's a huge problem for us, but Joe Burrow's not going to really have a lot of talent. A.J. Green's probably returning. Joe Mixon, another threat for them. And they get their their draft, the guy, what was his name, Jonah Williams, who they drafted in the first round, they get their left tackle. So this may be a terrifying offense. This is going to be a high-scoring game potentially. And I think the Giants usually win those shootouts, I think, in my opinion, from what I've seen. The Rams and the Seahawks, those are two great, talented teams. Russell Wilson, they're paying him a lot of money. Does that have an effect on what the talent they can bring around? Do they sign Jadeveon Clowney? Those are some questions. They're playing them on the road. It's hard playing Seattle. Eli Manning, we've gotten shut out the last couple times he played there, but obviously Seattle isn't that great of an scenery as we've seen. You expect, especially last night, for that crowd to be way louder. Next, you play the Rams away in their new stadium, I believe they're going to have then. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be warm, nice. Jared Goff, Sean McVay, they're going to be looking to have a redemption tour. Todd Gurley. They have to win. They spent a lot of picks with Jalen Ramsey, with who else did they bring in? They got rid of Marcus Peters, but they have a lot of old talent like Aqib Talib. They're going to want to win next year. They're going to rebound. Do they end up like the Atlanta Falcons, who never quite seem to rebound after the Super Bowl loss, or can they make a run next year? And that's going to be interesting to see. Next, we play the Bears. Do they have Mitch Trubisky? Is this defense healthy? Do they get rid of a bunch of players like Danny Trevathan to help their cap space out? Because that's going to start to be a problem now that Khalil Mack's contract really is whipping up into shape. They obviously have to pay Callahan. They got rid of Amos, but Clinton Dix. Those types of contracts are going to be very interesting to see how they pay off. And, I think the Bears' offensive line is struggling, and I think our defensive line can manhandle them. We've proven that we can play the Bears tight over the past couple of years. And it always feels like we have the Bears, the Bucs, and the 49ers every single year for some reason. I don't know why that is. But, I feel like every 3 out of every 4 years we're playing these teams. Maybe it's because we always finish in the same place, but that's kind of weird. And then we play the Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins. And those, I think you can win one of those. I think we're going to be 2-4 in the division again. It all depends on when we get coached. There's a lot of things still up in the air here. But the only things for certain, I think, is Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. There aren't too many more givens than that. We don't know about Leonard Williams. I think you'd say Dexter Lawrence, a couple guys like that. But, there are a lot of questions up in the air. But this is just a little brief overview. Looking at it now, next year looks like it's another 5-11 season, unless a huge thing changes in one of these games, like a Jared Goff gets injured, or Carson Wentz gets injured, or all of a sudden we draft Andrew Thomas and he's the best left tackle in the league, and Daniel Jones has forever to throw, and Saquon Barkley has an MVP year. You never know. There's a lot of things up in the air, but let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of our schedule? Obviously positions and locations are still up in the air, but hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.